Hi, this is Sharon from Crafty and Creative Ideas.blogspot.com. I'm here today to bring you another one of my Wow That's Cool videos. As you can see, this one's going to be a card, and the name of this card is You Make the World a Better Place. Paper that I used for this is Floral District, which is discontinued, but you can substitute any paper that you want for the card. I mean, I'm going to give you all the dimensions. And at craftyandcreativeideas.blogspot.com, and I'll put the link on the video for you too. So let's get started, shall we? So this is the card that we're going to be making, and the two stamp sets that I actually used to make this card this time is the Perfect Penance and also the Starburst. So we're going to get going here. Alright, first what I started out with a piece of 10 1/4 by 5 inches Lucky Limeade, and I scored that at 3 inches and then over at the 8 inches. Okay, which is going to make you a 5 by 5 card. Now, they will not be even. This left side of this card will overlap the right side of the card. The next dimension that you're going to need is for the left side of the card. One is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. It's going to be for the left side. And the right side is 2 inches by 4 3/4. Then I had cut a very small little strip, and this is 3/4 of an inch by 4 3/4. For the top of the squared off pieces, I have the center, which is Raspberry Ripple, and I use 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And Lucky Limeade, once again, this is discontinued, but you can substitute another green for this. 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and Whisper White 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. You're going to need a piece of the Raspberry Ripple ribbon, and that is going to be about 18 inches long. And you'll also need a scrap piece of paper to be able to stamp your image and cut it out with the Starburst. For the inside, you're going to be cutting a 5 by 5 Whisper White piece. Your two center pieces will be 4 3/4 by 2 3/4 for the left side of the inside, and 2 inches by 4 3/4 for the right side of the inside. And then there's little bands that are going to go on the inside this way, and they will measure 2 3/4 by 1 3/4, 2 inches by 1 3/4. So I think we have all our parts. Now we can go ahead and start to put the card together. We're going to use a little bit of snail on the back of the left side of the front. Put it on your card, but we're not going to adhere it yet. Before we do that, we want to lay a piece of the ribbon behind it. Okay, so I've put it snail on the back of the left side, and I'm just going to shove a little bit of the ribbon behind there so it gets caught when I push it down. You can also put a little bit of tape on there if you wanted to. Okay, now I'm just going to the right side of the card. On the right side, you're going to I just put a little bit of snail and hooked ribbon on the other side. And then just place that on that side. And then you'll have enough to be able to tie a bow here. Okay, I'm going to put this aside for a second. Now when we put this together, we're going to glue a snail, the Whisper White onto the Lucky Limeade. And then put snail on the Lucky Limeade and put that onto your Raspberry Ripple layer. I put dimensionals on the back of the Raspberry Ripple. I find it easier when you're putting this together, once you've got your ribbon, to just put a block or something just to kind of hold this. Before we actually put the square piece on, we're going to put this little strip on first. So put a little of snail on the back of that and put it underneath your ribbon. And now when you put your dimensionals on the back of your card, your squared piece, you're going to put dimensionals on the back here and here, but not on this right side, because otherwise your card's not going to open. Okay, so now I have my little squared off piece and I have some dimensionals on it. Make sure you hold your ribbon down, and you're going to place your little square exactly where you want it on the card. And I've also put dimensionals on the back to try to get some of this prep work out of the way so it's not in the video. So I put it on the back of my Starburst so that I can also pop this onto the center of the square, like so. Okay, so now for the inside, for the left of the inside, we're taking the 2 3/4 by 4 3/4 piece, and we're going to put a little snail in that. And put that onto the inside. And then we're going to take the piece that's the 2 inch by 4 3/4 and put a little snail onto that. And put that on what is the right side now. And for the center, the 5 by 5, I just used some of my Starburst stamps. And I used Lucky Limeade and the Raspberry Ripple. And then I used Perfect Pennants to stamp the Sending Good Thoughts Your Way. Put a little snail on that. And that goes into the center of the card. Then you've got your little bands. It's 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. Put a little snail there. And where do we want it? Maybe like right where the ribbon's coming through. And then we have our 1 3/4 piece by 2 3/4. And once again, we're going to put that on the inside. And then all we have to do is tie the card. So here's the inside of your card. And then we just tie a little bow on the 2 ends. Tie the bow around the right side of the card. Once you get that, then all we want to do is snip the edges on an angle. And there you have it. You make the world a better place. Thank you so much for viewing my video. I do have other card videos out there that I hope will interest you also. And stop by to the blog, and there's tons of things on there that you can view, and most of them do have the directions on there for you. If I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video, and if you have a few seconds, if you've enjoyed the video and it has helped you, if you would do me a favor and leave us a thumbs up, or even if you have time, leave a comment. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you so much, and till I see you next time, God bless.